Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you for coming. My name is Kristen Conant and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the Ludington, Michigan area. Welcome. Thank you for joining me in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio. Today is, is today January 9th, I think it is? 8th or 9th, somewhere around in there, 2026. Oh my gosh. Here we go, another year. Hang on, fast and furious, right? Okay, something that I want to remind you guys of first off is product of the month. If you're not aware of what product of the month is, it's something that Stampin' Up! Started last month. And first of all, you must go on and create an account with Stampin' Up! You get to do all of your ordering yourself now instead of having to contact your demonstrator to do it for you. You still need a demonstrator to order through, which would be me. You could pick Kristen Conant as your demonstrator, but you get to do your ordering because that ensures a what do you want to call it? It's an extra security measure for your credit card information and all that sort of thing. So jump on and set up your account if you haven't done that yet. But the product of the month, what it is, how you qualify for it, it is a product that Stampin' Up! Has created just for this. It is the only way you can get it. It is not through any of our catalogs. It is not online exclusives. It is an exclusive for that month. Sometimes it might carry over a little bit, and I'll explain here in just a second. But to qualify for it, you need a $75 order. Okay, before shipping and handling and tax, and after any coupons that you might use, okay? So your order, when you hit the checkout button, must be $75, like I said, after coupons and everything. Okay, last month, Stampin' Up! Had come out with a package of DSP, and it was absolutely beautiful. I believe there are still some of those left, so if you haven't gotten those, you could qualify. And let me share that with you in just a minute. But this month, Stampin' Up! Has come out with this gorgeous, gorgeous stamp set. It's a greeting stamp set. So you could qualify for that right now. Now, just be aware, each order must be $75. So I just said that some of the product from December is left over, right? So that means you would have to place 2 individual qualifying orders of $75 or more in order to add on the product of the month. But you're allowed to do that, like I said, until product sells out. So don't miss out on the product of the month. I love them. But there's something even more exciting. Stampin' Up! Started January 6th. And it runs through February 2nd, and that is bonus days. What bonus days is you can earn coupons to use after February 3rd and after till the end of February. So February 28th this year. For every $50 in orders that you spend, you would get a $5 coupon, like I said, to spend February 3rd through the 28th. But with the bonus days now, you can accumulate. In other words, if you do a $100 order, you would get 2 of the bonus days coupons. You would qualify for 1 of the product of the month. See where I'm going with this? Okay. So, how cool, you get more bang for your buck this month. So, then after you get your qualifying order submitted for the coupon, Stampin' Up! Is going to email you codes, coupon codes to use February 3rd through the 28th. Do not lose these codes. Okay, you need these codes to submit with your order. They will not resubmit codes. So, hang on to those. Don't get rid of them. Don't accidentally delete those, okay? Now, the coupons, when you go to redeem them, February 3rd through the 28th, you do not have to do them one at a time. You could use all of them on one order if you wish to, okay? Just to be advised, like with the product of the month, you want to make sure that after you redeem your coupons, if you're trying to qualify for another perk that is going on, to watch your numbers, okay? Because I don't want you to miss out. If you have any questions about that, just get a hold of me. I'd love to help you out. That's what I'm here for. Okay, another thing to remind you of, you've got, what, one more day left to qualify for January's Paper Pumpkin. January's Paper Pumpkin is going to be geared toward Valentine's, okay? So you have until the 10th of every month to qualify for Paper Pumpkin if you wish to purchase them. Now, what you might be thinking, what is Paper Pumpkin? It is a box of crafting fun that can be delivered to you right at your mailbox. If you want to know more about those, let me know. You can check it out online. Another thing I wanted to share with you from Stampin' Up! Is we are offering an online card retreat. That means you get to craft along with Stampin' Up! And the artists and demonstrators and other like-minded crafters on January 22nd and 23rd. How do you register for this? Well, you would order the card kit that you need to participate in the item numbers 170023. This will give you most of the product that you need for this event. You will need inks, of course, and you will need other tools that you like to craft with. You'll need adhesive, that sort of thing. But it's a 2-day event. We're going to create 15 cards. That's 15. Okay, so what a great way to replenish your card stash for 2026. I'm super excited about it. I did register myself for this event, and I cannot wait to learn all the tips, tricks, and techniques that Stampin' Up! Shares. I always learn something when I participate in the classes. Now, something that I shared last week with you is that I was going to have class schedules ready. Ta-da! They are ready. I have not yet updated my website. I intend to do that once I get off from here with you today. It is too late already. January, it's like, boom, it's going to be gone before you know it. 10 card classes next week. It's too late to RSVP. For that, you can, the 6 card class, that is a week from Monday. I need 2 weeks prior, RSVP, so I can have a card kit cut and ready for you. And product of the month class, that's the end of the month. That date has already gone by because I have to order product and have it here in time for you to use for class. There is one class left that you can register for, and that is on Saturday, January 31st. It is a 14 days of Valentine's. I have started this several years ago, and it is quickly growing. And what it is we make 7 projects at one Saturday class, and then a week later on Saturday again, we make 7 more projects. So you will have 14 gifts to give to your loved one for Valentine's Day once February hits. So it's a lot of fun. I go and get the goodies that we put inside the projects, and most of the projects are 3D projects, means boxes and bags and different things for you to put some snacks in for your loved one. It's a lot of fun. I don't yet have the total cost of that because I'm going shopping here this weekend to get all the goodies to make for this class. But if you'd like in on that, let me know so that I can purchase things to have here for you to create with that. Okay. February's class schedule is done as well, and I just want to share with you real quickly this first one because your RSVP day is January 12th. Now, with my product-based classes, you do need to not only RSVP, but you do need to do a prepayment with this class, because I have to order product and get it in time for you to participate in the class. You go home with lots of extra DSP, the ribbon that we might be using, and the embellishment that we're using, okay? The things that you're buying, you get to go home with, and you have more left to recreate the projects if you wish. But the class coming up the 1st of February it's actually February 2nd, but the beginning of February is Lovely Blossoms. It's a suite of products that is online, and the fee for this class is $46. If you want to see what these products are, we can go online and take a peek online. Like I said, it's online exclusives. I do have a printout here, so I'll show you that here in just a minute. Okay, that's a lot, right? Coming at you fast. I wanted to get done with that so we can get on to crafting, and that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to turn my camera around and get us ready to create some projects for today. So if you have a tendency to get nauseous or anything, now's when you want to look away so that you don't get sick. I am going to cover the camera, but sometimes it still wiggles as I'm adjusting and getting us set to do this. So just bear with me. I'm not going anywhere, and we will get started, okay? Hold on. Okay, I gotta make one more adjustment, so you might move. Okay, there we go. Okay, can you see these two QR codes there? If you want to shop with me, you can go to this one here that looks like an ink pad. Just scan the QR code and it will take you right to my storefront. If you want to know about classes, you can scan this QR code. Just as a reminder, I do not have my class schedule updated as of yet. That is what I'm doing here when I'm done with you live. So just hang tight and I will have more of that to share with you. Hey, Don, welcome for joining. So glad to have you. Hey, Patty. Hi, my friend. Love you. Okay. Real quick here, remember the online exclusives, the February 2nd class? This is the suite of products that we are going to be focusing on. It has this pack of DSP. We have these embellishments and this ribbon. I'm so excited. I love this. I started playing with it. You'll get to see a sneaky peek of it here in just a second. So don't go anywhere if you want to see that again, up close and personal. But look, you guys, whoa, love it. I get so excited when we get a new catalog. I love me some new products. Isn't this catalog beautiful? It's even better between the pages, and I can share it with you now. It's not a secret anymore. If you are local to me and you are not currently working with another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, let me know, and I would love to get you a catalog so that you can have one in your hand to look at. Because if you're like me, we still like to hold that paper, right? We still like to have one. Hey, Mary, welcome. Thanks for joining us. I love to have a catalog to look at, but as we all know, technology is taking over catalogs, isn't it? Sniffle. Yeah. If you want to see everything Stampin' Up! Has to offer, you do need to go online to look at that. And like I said, you can just scan my QR code and that will take you right into the store so that you can see all the things. Kits, online exclusives, Paper Pumpkin, how to register for that. You don't get to see the current Paper Pumpkin because it's a secret until it's revealed. You can find that online virtual retreat on there, all the things. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I will definitely help you out. But something I want to share with you, if you have not been with Stampin' Up! For a while, if you have not been to one of my classes in a while, and that is this. did you guys know that Stampin' Up! Has now branched out into scrapbooking? We have, and I am super excited about it because I have not been a scrapbooker. I've been a card maker for over 30 years. Oh, hold on, sorry. I have not been, slow down. Got distracted. I have been a stamper for over 30 years, but I have not been a scrapbooker. And the thing about our kits is it has a roadmap, if you will, on how to put your pages together. And I absolutely love that because, like I said, somebody who hasn't scrapbooked before, we may not have an idea how to do a page layout. So in our kit right here, it has the pieces that you need. There are step-by-step instructions inside of how to cut your DSP. It shows you the paper orientation, which side of the DSP you're going to be using when you cut that paper. You'll be lacking on inks if you want inks or any of your tools, okay? And of course your pictures. But oh my gosh, I am loving scrapbooking. I haven't been able to do much with it since about November, but I'm super anxious to get back at it. I have a lot of things that I need to do, but I wanted to share that with you real quickly. But we have beautiful things, and like our catalogs in the past, we have our quick or beginner stamping area. We have our intermediate stampers, where it has all the bells and whistles, okay, and our avid stampers. So if you would like a copy of this, let me know. I love, love, love it. Okay, I showed you the one online exclusive. There's actually 2 online exclusives that I'm using today as we craft together. One of those online exclusives that I'm using actually came out in November, but the reason I'm sharing it with you now is because of the holidays and everything. You may not have seen the online exclusives from November, so I have one from there. And the floral one that is going to be used in my February 2nd class, we're going to make a card with that. And then I am trying to find here, it's called our Made with Love suite of products. There we go. I found it. Here it is. This is our Made with Love, and this is the product class that I'm doing the end of this month. But today I'm going to be showing you the stamp set, the bundle, and the paper. Okay, so let's get started on today's projects. So the Made with Love bundle, I am starting with a piece of basic white thick cardstock. This is a little heftier than our standard basic white. It is 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So you want to line it up and burnish the crease with a bone folder so your card lays nice and flat. Then I took another piece of regular basic white, our standard basic white, that measures 3 3/4 by 5. And the embossing folder that is in that suite of products, I went ahead and embossed the paper already. So that's what this looks like. Then I took some of that Made with Love DSP, and using the dies, this is the stamp set. Okay, this is what the stamp set looks like. Super cute. You, of course, can use this for scrapbooking. And then here are the dies. Aren't they cool? We've got the arrows. We've got one here for the greetings, some extra hearts, a scrolly heart, just all kinds of things. I love this. No pun intended, seriously. And I can't wait to play with this more, getting ready for the class at the end of the month. But I took this die, and I went ahead and took some of our DSP and cut that out. And then I took this die and cut out a heart here. And then this one, I went ahead and cut that out. And then we have some red and white baker's twine. And I went ahead and cut a 6-inch piece and tied a bow with it. And now I'm going to be using strawberry slush. And I just realized I always forget something. It never fails. And I forgot my Stampin' Pierce mat. So let's hope my stamping turns out correctly today. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold, please. I am going to use my catalog as a little bit of a cushion. And the reason I'm doing that is because our stamps are photopolymer. And so there's no foam behind them. So you need something with a little give to get a nice impression. So there is that. That was Strawberry Slush ink. I'm using lots of different things today because I wanted to introduce you to so much. So hold tight. So now I'm going to take our multi-purpose liquid glue, put adhesive on the back of the emboss piece. This is going to go centered on the front of our card base. Then I'm going to take my smaller heart, and as most of you know, our DSP is double-sided, so you get to choose which patterns that you want to use. You can't go wrong with any of them. I'm going to put this kind of at an angle, not straight on. Then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to pop it up on dimensional. It's like I know I put them here. And they were right here. So I'm going to put dimensionals on here. I'm going to peel off the backing for this. Oops, I got them all. Okay. And then this is going to go on here, tilted in the other direction. And I need my tag put on it, and so I am going to put a dimensional. I'm going to curve it a little bit with my fingers first, and I'm going to put a dimensional down here toward the bottom, and I want a glue dot up toward the top. Stick to the paper, please. Thank you. And then this is going to go on here like so. And now I need one more glue dot, and I'm going to put that on my bow, and then my bow is going to go on there like so. And then I need my paper snips just to give it a little trim. So there we go. There is card number 1. Isn't that cute? Love it. I do. Okay, this next one, I do need to do a little bit of die cutting with this one. I have my Stamp Cut and Emboss mini machine that I'm going to bring in today. And so this next card is from the online exclusive that I'm going to be using on February 2nd. So the first thing I did is I cut a piece of cloud cover cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5. Line up the corners, burnish with a bone folder. Okay. There is a new embossing folder that came out, and I don't remember what it's called. sorry guys, I dropped a piece of paper. Okay, had to get it. Sorry. But anyways, this is the pattern that new embossing folder does. I love this. I am going to be using this one a lot. But let me tell you, give you a word of advice. See all the design in here? Number one, because it is so intensely patterned, it will shrink your cardstock that you cut. So you might want to cut it a 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch longer than what you think, just because it shrinks up. The other thing is, because again of the tight pattern, do not try to quickly remove this from your embossing folder. Our embossing folders are plastic, so I encourage you to gently work the side edges of the embossing folder till you see that cardstock start to lift off from your embossing folder, so you do not rip this, okay? Ask me how I know. It is very, very sensitive. But don't let that discourage you, because it is a great embossing folder. Like I said, I am going to be using it a lot. Oh, and this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Here I am putting this together before I even tell you all the parts and pieces. Gosh. Gal, Kristen, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's continue with the pieces. I took another piece of cardstock, our Secret C, that was 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and I went ahead and cut the die that comes in this bundle of products. And let me show you that. This is the bundle. This is the stamp set. So lots of different kinds of greetings, mixed fonts. You can mix these, match them however you want. These are the stamps. And then these are the dies. I love these. This is the one that I did to cut this out. Okay. Okay. I'm going to pull this out because I do need this one and this one and this one for this project. And because I forgot my stamp cut, my Stampin' Pierce mat rather, I need again something for give to stamp my images. I am taking a scrap piece of white. This one happens to measure 2.5 by 5.5, and I know it's the perfect size for doing all the stamping for the die cutting that I need to do. A basic white. I took another piece of basic white that was 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. Then I got another piece of cloud cover that was 1 inch by 3 inch. And where did my bundle go? There it is, sorry. And this oval die here, I went ahead and ran it through the machine and die cut that, okay? All right, now for my inks, I am using Old Olive and Secret C, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is open up my Old Olive, and I'm going to take the leaves from this and stamp my leaves, okay? And I probably should have done this ahead of time, but you know what? It's all good. You got to learn sometime on how to use the Stamp Cut Emboss machine, right? Now I'm going to take Secret C, and I'm going to ink out the larger flower, and I'm going to stamp that on here. And then I need the smaller flower, or half flower, and get up, and it's going to go on here. So I can die cut those now, but I have one more thing to stamp, and that is our greeting on here. Oh my gosh, holy cow. Sorry guys, you probably didn't see half of that. Ugh, so sorry. I didn't realize I was so close today. Oh golly. See, if I can do this, you guys can do this. Okay, now I'm going to look down through and stamp my greeting. There we go. Okay, so now I need to die cut. Actually, before I put it away, I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to bring in my ink, my Secret C again. Take the half flower, and I'm going to stamp that down here. There we go. Now we're done. I need something for the inside of my card. I can't have a plain inside. Okay, so now I'm going to take those images that I need to die cut, and I've got some, what do you want to call it? Sticky notes. There we go, sticky tape to hold my dies in place. Okay, so I'm going to line these up first. I like to do this so that I can die cut more than one thing at a time, and then I don't have to worry so much that the dies would shift. That's not a guarantee, but we're hoping, right? That's the objective of this. And then I'm going to put this on. And then I'm going to put this down to hold that in place. And now I'm going to bring in my mini Stampin' Cut machine. So there is that. And then I'm going to lay my dies on here. And then I'm going to run it through the machine. So you're going to see it come out the other side. And then you might be able to see better. So watch down here, and it's probably going to shake a little bit. Sorry guys, because it's on the same table. So see it come out. Can you see how my boards are staggered here? They're not all lined up perfectly. If you have the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you want to make sure that you do that so that it runs through the machine. I'm telling you, if they are perfectly lined up, you're going to be cranking and nothing's going to happen. So, yeah, just stagger the boards. That's all. It's not a big deal. And then it'll run through the machine. Okay. I love the mini one because it's tiny. I know it looks ginormous to you guys because the camera's so close. But it is tiny. And so when I'm working at my own personal workspace, it doesn't take up all the room. The downside to it is most of our embossing folders require the larger Stamp Cut Emboss machine. But you know what? We need all the tools just like our husbands, right? So I give you full permission to buy yourself both machines. Shh, I didn't say that. Okay, let's put the rest of the card together now. So now I'm going to take my adhesive and I am going to put adhesive on the back of the Secret C cardstock. This color, by the way, if you have not been introduced to this color yet, it is darker than our Night of Navy. And I am going to be very heartbroken when this one retires. Our in colors, when they come out with them, they come out with a set of 5 every year. And they only stick around for 2 years. And so even though I've had 2 years to play with it, it's not long enough. So if the powers that be from Stampin' Up! Hear me, please I don't know, how do I want to say it? Add this, there we go, add this Secret C to the rest of our colors, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of our flowers. I did the leaves first. Now I'm doing the bigger flower. And this one is going to go on here about like so. Okay, and now my greeting and my last flower, I need dimensionals on. So I'm going to put one here, and I'm going to remove the backings when I do that. Okay. And then we're going to put this one on here, like so. And then this one is going to go on here. Yeah, this way. Like so. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Adhesive on the back of this one. And then this is going to go to the inside of our card. This is your liner so that when you put a message in your card, especially when you're working with a darker color, this one's not so bad, but I think it looks more polished and finished. You want to make sure you put a piece of white in there so that your recipient can read your message, right? Uh-oh, Mary's laughing. What did I do, Mary? I cracked you up for something. At least I'm good for a laugh, huh? Oh, golly. Alrighty. The last card we are doing today, this is from one of our November online exclusives. Okay, now there's a lot to this one. That's why I saved this one to the end. So bear with me. You're going to love it still, though. This one, we are using a piece of Coastal Cabana. Measures 5.5 by 8.5. Again, scored at 4 1/4. And I need to burnish so that it lays flat, okay? Now, let's talk about all of our pieces first this time, shall we? Oh, I forgot my punch. There is a new bundle. Actually, is it in? No, because that's the January ones. I didn't grab the November listing. There's a new bundle from, I think it was November. Hold on, I might be wrong. Let me check. No, I was right. I think it was November. Yeah. It's a greeting set and a punch, and the punch has 3 different banners on it. Thus, the greeting says banner sayings, and it has general greetings on it. But what I love is that punch, because you get to choose what banners you want to use. Like I said, there's 3 different banners on it. There we go. I got the whole thing in. And I punched out from Lemon Lime Twist this style of the banner, so you'll get to see 2 of them. This is one style, and then this is another one on the punch. There's one more that has it straight on this side and it's flag, so it'll give you somewhat of an idea. So again, it would be straight here and have this end so it looks like that, but it's all 3 banners in one punch. Love it. Okay, so I punched those. Now I need a piece of basic white that is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. That's our liner. Then I need a piece of that Lemon Lime Twist. Now don't shoot me. These are 8 measurements. I know, I hear ya. It's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Okay, so that's our Lemon Lime Twist. Then I took a scrap piece of our basic black paper, and I put adhesive sheets on the back of it to do the die cutting. I want to show you real quick what the stamp set and dies look like. Isn't this cool? I love the eclectic look of the different abstract art, but look at the back, look at the dies that pair with them. So cool. So I've taken the stars, and like I said, I put sticker sheets, which we do have in our annual catalog online store. Again, you can scan the barcode to go look at it. but I put the sticker sheets on because it's really intricate. So here are all of my stars all done. So you're gonna see, I put the sticker sheets on the back so I don't have to mess with putting that glue on them. So let me bring in my book again to use for my Stamp and Pierce mat, since I forgot it, to do our stamping. And for this card, the colors that you've already been introduced are a giveaway to the ones I'm using. Again, Lemon Lime Twist, Coastal Cabana, but I'm also adding in Gorgeous Grape, and I'm also adding in some Memento Black, okay? So, on this one, which is the outside of the card, I need to open up my Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to ink up in the Lemon Lime Twist, and then this is going to be stamped up toward the top like so. Okay, and while I have this one out, I want to take this one and stamp one right in the center of that. Okay, now I'm done with that one. But I need to clean my circle, so that I can use it. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to open up my Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to ink up my same stamp, and I'm going to take this one and stamp it there. So there's my Coastal Cabana. And I need to clean this, and then one more time in Gorgeous Grape. Again, I was probably out of camera. Ink up the grape. And this one is going to be stamped down in that corner, like so. All right, so I'm done with the three colors. Now I'm left with our black. And with our Memento Black, I'm going to come in with the speckles that we have in the stamp set. And this one's going to be stamped here. Let's do one over here, and then another one over here. Okay. And then, while it's open, I'm going to bring in my double banner that I've already punched out and ink up the word Celebrate and stamp it on there. And then the last thing I need to do is the greeting. Oh, you know what? Kristen. Guess what Kristen did? See, Kristen makes mistakes too. This is supposed to be my inside paper. And you guys were probably yelling at me saying, didn't you just use the wrong one? I did. So bear with me. You get to see a rerun. Sorry. See, I am just like you guys. I am not perfect, and I have never claimed to be perfect. Anywho, there's that. So rewind, repeat, get that one out of Kristen's way. No wonder. Okay, this won't take but just a second. So sorry. My goodness. You'd think it was morning the way I'm going here. Okay, Gorgeous Grape. Thank you for sticking with me. Go ahead, you can laugh at me. Yeah, you wouldn't have known, Mary, until I go to glue it together, and it's like, what? That doesn't fit. What did I do? Then it would have become very obvious. It's all right. Okay, so we're going to use wax. Thank you for that motivation, Mary. Love you, girl. So there we go. That's so much better. And this is how I figured it out, because this is my inside piece, remember? we were supposed to stamp the greeting on the inside. So there you go. Aye, aye, aye. Okay. All we have left to do now is put this together, guys. Okay, so this is the liner. Pretty and all on that side. Yep, well, it's getting covered up. It's all good. It's all good. I've got more paper. I can create more, right? So I'll flip it over. This one, like I said, is going to go on the inside. Okay. Remember, Mary, where I said it'd be obvious? Look at the size difference. Yep, that would not have worked. Yeah, you would. See? So that goes with that. Oh, well. It's all good. Crisis averted, right? That's why we have stamps and ink. We can do exactly what I did. Back up and away we go. Oh, gosh. No harm, no foul. We caught it. Okay. Sorry, I was probably out of camera again. Glued the white piece and the lemon line together. Adhesive on here. This is now going to go on here. Like so. Okay, now remember my banners that I punched out? Watch this. Prepare to be amazed. I think this is so cool. You put adhesive on here. Then you're going to take this banner and you're going to line it up to where it starts to, the banner starts to go down to a point. See that straight? Yep, you line it up right there and you can use it. And look, it creates a diamond. Isn't that cool? I just thought that was the coolest thing. Whoops. Turn this one around. This one needs adhesive back here. And now we are going to do the same thing on this end. Line up. Oh, I got to pick it up. I got to turn it this way. And again, you'll just go to where it starts to angle down and it creates a diamond. Isn't that the coolest thing? No, I wasn't the smarty pants who came up with that. I wished I was, but I wasn't. But it's okay. So that is ready to go now. Now I'm going to take my die cuts. Remember, I put adhesive on the back before I die cut them. So now we're going to peel the sheets off. And see, when you start to peel that off, all of these parts that are in between, if they do not come out when you die cut it, it's okay. Because when you start to peel off the backing to the adhesive sheet, they generally pop out. If they don't, just take your pick tool and help them out. Okay, so now the star, the big star, I am going to put over here. Oops, let go of me, like so. Okay, aren't those adhesive sheets amazing? It saves you so much, so you don't get messy glue everywhere. Okay, peel off the backing to this outline star. This one is going to go over here like so. And now I am going to take this one. Peel off the backings to these. This is the hardest part to the whole thing, is getting the backing off. Just take your time. We got it. Okay, and then this is going to go up here like so. And now we've got 3 more stars. Okay, peel that one off. And this one is going to go in here like so. It's a little too straight for me, so I'm going to use my take your pick tool, lift it, there. I don't like things when they're always 100% straight on. I like to offset them a little bit, because then you can be crooked and nobody knows, and it's all good, right? I just think it's more eye-pleasing when you've got a lot of things going on, too. That's just a personal thing. That's a Christianism, I call them. Okay, almost done, guys. Sorry, bear with me. It's getting the paper backings off. Yeah, I know. Okay, let's do this one this way. There we go. Now we just need our greeting. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put a couple dimensionals. Whoop. See? On the back, that was from having adhesive on my fingers. And now this one is going to go across here like so. There we go. There is card number 3. So what do you think of these projects and the products? Aren't they cool? Let's see if I can get them all in here. I might have to line them up, stack them up. Isn't that cool? Again, this is the product we're going to be using on February 2nd. If you want to be part of that class, reach out to me. We'll get you all the things. And again, I'm going to load all my classes onto my website today for Stampin' Up. And then you'll be able to print out the calendars, all the things if you want to. But yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you for being here. Thank you so much, Mary and Dawn. I appreciate the compliments. Thank you. Again, you can go on there to check things out. Have any questions? Reach out to me, okay? I promise you, there are no dumb questions. Ask. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great week. I will see you. Thank you, Jenna. I will see you next week for Live on Friday. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.